Says, thanks for this webinar. I've written a draft picture book and I'm working on others which are at different stages. My goal is to seek publishers or agents up to a set date for the first and then self-publish if my book isn't picked up traditionally. I'm hoping that's the right way to go. Do you have a preference between traditional or self-publishing? And I know you said you've done both, so you don't have to pick.
Okay, so here's my opinion on that. It will vary from person to person, and it will also vary from book to book. I love self-publishing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love it, but I am also kind of type A. I am like in the trenches. I'm a perfectionist. Like, I am not afraid of a challenge. Someone puts an analytics tool in front of me and I'm like, cool, I can figure this out. I got this. Not everybody is like that. So you really need to know yourself, and make sure it's the right decision for you, because I've seen too many times where somebody has said, I picked self-publishing because it was faster and I regret it. And I never want that happening to somebody. Like, if you're choosing a publishing route, I want it to be because you're excited about that route and because you think that it is the best route for you or your book or both, preferably. So that's kind of the first disclaimer, I guess. The second thing to think about would be, when you're self-publishing, there are tons of options out there to us right now. Like, there are print-on-demand companies, that have opened the doors for so many things. However, you as an author, as a self-published author, are limited to where your book will appear, by where you are able to get it placed. So there are limited print-on-demand companies. If one of them shuts down, what are you doing about it? Now it's your problem that you have to face, and you need to find a new printer and distributor. Print-on-demand companies have very specific specs. You can only have certain page lengths, certain paperweights, certain, like, you can't have end pages. The colors, you have very little control over, like the saturation, or you can't have a dust jacket. It's also harder to get into physical bookstores. Online bookstores, no problem. Physical bookstores, more difficult. Not impossible, but you're going to be making a lot of phone calls. It's also going to be insanely expensive to do anything extra, like plushies or, box sets or something like that. You might not care about that. That might not be important, or it might be important, so you have to weigh all the pros and cons and think about, with this book, what is my vision for it? What do I want for it? And does that line up with the publishing route that I've chosen? So with traditional publishing, if you want to get it traditionally published first, I highly recommend that you give it a good amount of time. Self-publishing, and to do it well, is not nearly as fast as people think. So many people think, oh, you just write the book in 7 days and then you hire somebody to illustrate it and then next month it's up. That was one of the biggest things I changed with my self-published books, was I added more time. I take 6 to 9 months or longer to release a book now. And it's made all the difference. And that's from the time I have the finished files. So prior to that, it's getting illustrated, and prior to that, it's getting edited. So time is your friend. Don't shy away from it. Don't be afraid of it. And if agents are saying no, like, start digging into why. It could be that your pitch isn't as strong as it could be. It might be that your pitch doesn't accurately describe what you have. It could be that your book just needs more developmental editing first. It could be none of those. It could just be that agent isn't looking for something like that right now. And so it's important to recognize, like, is this something I can improve? Is this something I can work on to get agented? Or was this just not a good fit for the agent? I know that's sometimes hard to tell based on their feedback, but yeah, time is your friend. Time is your friend.
That's great advice.
If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.